They've played more than 125 times in their history, and it might not be the most well-known rivalry in the country, but for the Heels and the Cavs, the South's oldest rivalry will always mean a lot. Welcome to Chapel Hill, North Carolina, Kenan Memorial Stadium, the home of the North Carolina Tar Heels. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the Virginia Cavaliers, taking on the 19th ranked team in the land, the North Carolina Tar Heels. For EA Sports College Football. Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. And the Cavaliers will kick it away first. He'll bring it out. It's Cherry. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. So North Carolina's offense will take the field first. There was nothing but joy on Franklin Street, and the sky was Carolina blue as the heels rolled in the last meeting.
Yeah, they took care of business. It didn't look like much of a rivalry. I know this game's been played a lot, but last year, it wasn't really a game, Jesse.
Yeah, there's tons of emotion.
Flying down the left side. He's inside the 40. Past the 20. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Tar Heel.
That is how you make a quarterback look good. Throw it short, run it a long way. He gets all the yardage for that play. Start the football game, finding your playmaker, and your playmaker does the rest, takes it to the house, and gets this offense started out on fire.
On the move from inside his 5. Slips through the line. He's got an alley. He's going to get loose. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. He is headed to the sideline with a little bounce in his step after scoring on that kick return.
And he should have some bounce in his step. How about the effort, weaving in and out, covering all that space. Great blocking on the play, and he does the rest. You don't put guys back deep that can't roll. And you could see when he got in the open field, he rolled out.
He'll bring it out. It's Cherry. And a really nice job by the kick team to get down there and make sure they limit that return. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back. Oh, he's got some space. This conference has a history of getting wacky, and the last thing you need to do is get off to a slow start in ACC play.
And what does everybody talk about every year, right? Like conference games, how much they matter, the familiarity with everybody around you. You can only start this one time, so let's bring that energy, bring that momentum. Who wants to start the season off right?
Well, the ACC is a conference that feels like oftentimes it just goes down to the wire. And those games late in the season are the ones that really determine what happens. But you got to set yourself up for success, and it starts right here in the first conference game in the ACC for your team.
To throw, it's Denson. Pressure coming. And they get to the quarterback.
And I love playing man coverage on the back end, getting in those receivers' faces. Don't let them feel comfortable and run zone where they can find all these holes in the zone and my rush can't get home. Pressure them, pressure them, pressure them.
He gets a block. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. So the Virginia Cavaliers offense will try to get something going with their first possession. Every team has impact players. What traits are you looking for when it comes to players who can make an impact, David?
Well, obviously, you want the main things, right? Speed, physicality, like all power. All those things are really, really good. But you also need guys that will hold people accountable, guys that will lead. And it's nice to have those guys on your team. They're the leaders of the team, and they're the best players.
And part of the reason why they're leaders is because these guys galvanize their teammates, right? We've seen time and time again, these dudes make plays, and it just sparks the sideline. It sparks the coaching staff. It sparks the fans. They're special players, and they all have to play well today.
The Cavaliers are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. He'll throw on 3rd down. And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there.
I want to give a shout out to the defense there on 3rd down, doing a really nice job disguising their coverage because it looked like they confused the quarterback on 3rd down. Really nice job getting back into that zone and making sure that ball falls incomplete.
And the Cavaliers will go for it here on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. And they put him down after a solid return.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football, and he's starting to develop that. His third interception on the season, just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
Running to Green. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup.
Tell you what, that read game really slows you down defensively, kind of makes you play responsibility football. And when you get chunks like that on first down as an offense, I would continue to come back to you.
And the heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes as an offense, you're hoping the run fake's going to slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
Scanning the field, it's Denson. Unloads it left. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. Virginia sending its offense back onto the field. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field and score some points.
Dang, I wish I'd have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. It was more, you should have ran a better route.
The Cavaliers can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. They go right back to him. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
Quick release on the RPO. And he's brought down after a nice game.
This guy's gotten off to a good statistical start, guys. With that last completion, he's already now over 1,000 passing yards on the season. And, man, you know he's looking for more.
And the Cavaliers have it with a 1st and 10. They'll move the wide receiver. Wants to go up top on 1st down. That's caught. It's Madden.
You know, the short passing game is a great go-to weapon for any offensive coordinator in the first quarter because it's reliable, obviously, but it also allows you to see how the defense is going to react and play you. So for coordinators, this can really open up the rest of your playbook for the rest of the game.
The Cavaliers in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Back to pass. Rushes on him. Pulls it in inside the 10. And he'll go down, but not before the big pickup and the 1st down.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play. And you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line.
You know, this offensive line, they just got to hold their blocks a little bit longer. This offense likes to run their quarterback on design plays. And if you can just give him a little crease, he can take it the distance, but they couldn't get it done there.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Looking for a path to the end zone to the right. And he is going to lose yardage. Nowhere to run as he is forced out of bounds. Third and goal for the offense. Entertaining first quarter, and we are all locked up after one as we take a quick look at some stats. They fought to a standstill in the first. Let's see who gets the edge early in the second. starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line. They're going to throw it on 3rd and goal. Touchdown, Virginia! Fitted in the window for the score.
Yeah, and it's money time. It's 3rd and goal. You got the option. You can run the football, still be balanced, use the big fella, the tight end. I love it down here because he can act like he's blocking, slip out, and get open. And then he's got that big body. You just throw it to him, and he does the rest.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. Looking downfield, it's Denson. Throws to the tight end. Wide open downfield. And an explosive play has him on the move, and he gets it all the way to the 48-yard line. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Hurley. A most efficient pickup of 6 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 4. On the run, it's Perkins. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the 1st down line?
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Tackle behind the line of scrimmage, and what a big 3rd down stop by this defense. And the Tar Heels will try to move the chains on 4th down. Gets drilled as he releases it, and the ball just trickles to the ground. Virginia has it back. The Cavalier offense headed to the field.
Well, great defense on that one. They were ready for pass, and they forced the incompletion. They're coming off the field. That's a big win for this defense.
And the quick shuffle pass underneath. This rivalry runs really deep, guys. This is the 3rd most played in the FBS.
That's crazy, Reese. It's just crazy to think about all the rivalries across college football. And I love the orange and blue and the baby blue and this showdown every year.
They've been playing since 1892, man. That's a long time, and that's something that I think fans, players, and coaches are aware of. This game is very special.
Now, you've seen the evolution of these slot receivers. They're just matchup nightmares. They're hard to get your hand on. A lot of times, they're off the football. You can't jam them. These guys are so productive, and offenses really feature their best players most time in those slot positions.
The RPO, fire complete to the left. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
I love defenses that can tackle the catch. Right away, they're not giving up any yak. As soon as that player has the ball, he goes down now.
And the Cavaliers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Wants to keep it in the air. Got his man in the middle. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the 1st. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Grabbed in the middle, it's Madden. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a 1st down.
I mean, good news here, they get the completion. Bad news, though, not enough to pick up the 1st down. Target there, he's got to do a better job understanding where the 1st down marker is, make sure he gets the right depth on his route. Now, all of a sudden, head coach has a big decision to make.
He's got it, 1st down and more. Not much of a 4th down gamble when it's that much of a sure thing. An easy conversion for this offense.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that 4th down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it, and he shows you the arm talent on the throw.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. The Cavaliers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
Well, that looked like it was going to be a completion, but how about the defender making the hit and forcing the incompletion?
They've moved it to the 25, but now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the wideout. And the deflection by the defense brings up 4th down.
Really nice 3rd down sub-defense there that time. It's 3rd and long. They're expecting pass. They're mixing up their looks. They're trying to change the picture pre-snap to post-snap to confuse the quarterback. Now forcing the incompletion, setting up 4th.
Smashes it between the uprights. And now the lead is even bigger. After putting up the field goal, they're set to kick it away. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking for space, it's Perkins. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running. 2nd down coming. To the air. It's Denson. Looking to the big tight end. Got his man downfield. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the 1st down. Clock stops momentarily for the 1st down. They'll hurry to the line. Looking to throw on 1st down. Tight end finds a soft spot. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. To the air on 1st down. Fires to the middle. He's got an open man. And he's brought down after a nice game.
And after giving up that completion, guys, I wonder if the defense is going to decide to stay in zone or maybe mix things up, a little more man coverage, maybe blitz.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Unloads to the wideout. And to the house. Touchdown, North Carolina!
That's exactly what this offense needed to do. You talk about answering at the right time, right before the half, close this gap, create some momentum, go into the half, put something together, try to come out with your hair on fire and win this 2nd half.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the 1st half. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Wants to throw on 1st down. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Using the quick game. Good call, good execution as they move the chains and they have a 1st down at the 38. They'll immediately call timeout. Guys, you never want to sound the upset alert bell too early, but might be time to at least know where the button is for it.
Know where the button is, and listen, there's no need to panic yet, but if you're the unranked team, just like this, when you're playing a better team, you want to come in and you want to hang around, Jesse, and they're doing just that, staying in this game and have a lead.
Yeah, the unranked team, they've been playing with more intensity in this one. I think if you're a leader right now on the ranked squad, you've got to be talking to your guys and waking everybody up. This coaching staff is going to have to make some halftime adjustments, but they're going to have to give an earful to their guys to come out here in the 2nd half and start making some plays. This offense is clicking, and clearly everything is working. The offensive coordinator's calling good plays. The quarterback and his unit is executing. And this defense right now, they have no answers.
Fired just a little too long as the junior frustrated he missed that connection. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Wide receiver going in motion. send back to the air on second down. Passes incomplete. The clock is down to 9.
Bad news on that play, it's an incompletion. The good news is the quarterback knew if his guy wasn't going to catch it, nobody was with that ball landing out of bounds.
Fires left. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15. The offense will quickly use a timeout. And in the closing moments of the first half, they'll try to put a 3 spot on the board. He splits the uprights and puts 3 on the board. That pushes the lead to 6 at 20-14. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, the South tends to shut down when the Tar Heels and Cavaliers get together, and that's the case again today. And it's clear, the aerial attacks of both teams have been relentless. They've been burning each of these secondaries like toast. Just an assault on the defensive game plans, if there even were defensive game plans. Gotta think, fellas, based on the first 2 quarters, we're going to see every route in the route tree again in this second half. With that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how the fight between Virginia and North Carolina plays.
Got a little room. There he goes. Open it up. They won't get him. It's a touchdown.
He's in for the second score of the game. My goodness. Note to self. Kickoff team. Don't kick it to him anymore. Squib it. Kick it to the other guy. Just don't let that guy touch it again.
Coming out with it, it's Cherry. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. The last time they had it, they took it down the field for a touchdown. They can build some confidence that they can go back-to-back scoring drives here.
Yeah, and remember, it's not uncommon for offenses to find themselves as the game goes on. They had some things not go their way early, but they found something last drive, David. Let's see if they can build on it.
Yeah, you just pick and pick and pick until you find that place where you're like, okay, this is an advantage I have. They clearly found that dude. They score here. We're in for a ball game.
Hopefully that's not going to affect the quarterback's confidence going back to this guy later. That was a catch he should have made. He dropped it. Let's see what the QB does moving forward.
On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Bringing the heat. And the quarterback caught up 2 and sacked at the 12. The Tar Heels send out the punt unit. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Hauls it in at the 40. Return's going to get it up around midfield. He'll be down at the 49-yard line. Virginia sending its offense back onto the field. They've got the lead here. Last time they settled for a field goal, but David got to find that balance between being aggressive and careful.
And I think they'll take that. I got the lead, Palmer. I got the football. I got to take care of the football, put a nice drive together, and just get some kind of points on this drive.
No doubt. Lots to be happy about right now if you're this team. I think for this one, though, on this drive, it's about finding the one-on-one matchups that are in your favor and then exploiting them.
Second down, he'll throw it. Throws to the wideout. Makes the grab. Shoved out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 15-yard line, and this offense is doing work. And he dialed up a beauty on that last one. It got him inside the red zone. Now it's 1st and 10 from the 16. What powerful running, just driving the pile forward for everything he could get. He'll be just a few inches short. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Second down, they'll go to the air. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Cavaliers. They wanted to finish, and that they did on that possession. How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in Week 5? Now they've got a little breathing room. They are in firm control of this game, guys, but you never want to let up in a rivalry game.
Because it only takes one play. We know how much of a factor momentum can be in these types of rivalry games, David, so this game's still far from over.
And this is where my leadership and my experience comes into play. When you got guys that have been through these fires, been through these rivalry games, you know the swings happen quick. Now you got to swing it back your way.
The North Carolina offense returns to the field. Trailing by 3 touchdowns. If you're going to get back in it, David, the time to start is right now.
Got to start now. Defense giving up points on that last possession. Again, the offense is going to have to score, and Jesse probably score pretty quickly.
Yeah, you got to go tempo. You're going to have to try to fit in as many plays as you can throughout the rest of this game. But I think more than that, you've got to eliminate the negative plays. No more penalties and no more turnovers.
And the Tar Heels will hustle to the line. They'll go back to the ground. Shakes off the defender. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down. The Tar Heels with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Gets the back moving. Dropping back, it's Denson. He'll try to do it himself. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47.
Well, that defender just was better in his one-on-one on the pass rush. He does a great job beating the offensive lineman to get to the QB.
And the Tar Heels come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. Fires to the wideout. And they can't make the connection on 3rd down.
Oof, you got to be careful if you're the quarterback there. 3rd down, you know, you see a lot of exotic coverages by the defense. That time they played zone, and he tried to force that football into a real tiny window. He's lucky that one wasn't picked off.
Virginia has it back. The Cavalier offense headed to the field. Takes the handoff. It's Madden. Found a little bit of running room, knocked down at the 24 after a pickup of 4.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Finds his man. It's Madden. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football. You can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on you.
And the Cavaliers come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. Motion from the wideout. Off the RPO, complete. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the 1st down.
You know, that's one as a quarterback. You've thrown the completion, and you're like, dude, can you just turn around and make one guy miss and go get the first? Or can you just stretch out and get the 1st down? You need your guys to have a little bit more awareness.
He'll off one deep down the left side. Makes the grab. He's got a 1st down. And they finally make the tackle, but this will be a pretty easy conversion for this offense. The Cavaliers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. The give to the back. Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20. And the Cavaliers can really attack on this 2nd and short. Trying play action. Gets it out fast. They'll finally put the brakes on him at the 3. A big throw, catch and run on that one.
This receiver is such a weapon, and he has so much speed, and he can generate explosive plays for your offense, not just running go routes and post routes, but how about throwing him the drag, letting him catch it, and use his speed to turn it upfield.
The Cavaliers have it with a 1st and goal. They run the reverse. And the defense played that one beautifully, and they'll knock him down for a loss. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Wants to go up top. He wants it all. Snagged out of the air. He found some running room, but needed just a few inches more to put it in the end zone. And talk about spreading the ball around, everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. As we start the fourth quarter, it'll take a pretty sizable comeback to win this one. They'd love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Virginia. Fired in from the red zone for the score. They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3. The Cavaliers showing some attitude as they build this lead against Carolina.
The Wahoos are making plays, and you're really seeing the speed. They've done an outstanding job recruiting, and it's showing up.
Yeah, and they call it the gentleman's rivalry, Virginia does, and they're not treating North Carolina like gentlemen. They're taking care of business and winning this thing.
North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. Weeks like this are tricky, but you have to respond better than they have, and I would expect they'll take a major hit in the rankings next week.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, but whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them, because nothing really...
Turning it on! You'll go out of bounds at the 28-yard line, and deep in your own end, you need plays like that. Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. Unloads to the wideout. Ball over the middle. It's Goff. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
I'll tell you, man, I love quarterbacks that have arm talent, but that can throw it accurately at the same time. And you saw all of it on that in route.
Quickly out to the tight end. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw, it's Denson. Oh, they're after him. Snowed under right at the line of scrimmage for no gain on the play. So now it's 2nd and long. Sends it back in motion. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Not able to hook up there, incomplete.
And I'm just not sure where to put the blame. And I know they're going to lose this football game. They've struggled, and he's been sacked. I know he's turned it over and thrown an interception, but they haven't been in sync, and nobody's played really great, and they've got to find an identity on this offense moving forward.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the 4th quarter. So your best cover guys on the field, and they force an incompletion on the last one.
He lofts one down the sideline. Can't complete the long throw, and the defense gets off the field on 4th down. Virginia sending its offense back onto the field. They'll run this play from the pistol. They'll give it to the back. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and leading the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. It'll be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Yeah, the slant routes are just typically one of those that it's a timing route. It's a big body route. A lot of times I'll throw it to my big guy who's going to catch it and give me positive yards most of the time.
Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Makes the grab past the marker. And they finally get him to the ground. An easy conversion for this offense. Defense not exactly the perfect 4th down call there. And the Cavaliers come to the line with a new set of downs. Here comes the heat. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long, different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down. They showed great trust in their quarterback right there, and why not? He's had an outstanding game.
An outstanding game, has taken care of the football. Now late in the game, you got the lead. That first down now tells me now it's time to start running the football, run the clock, get out of here.
He just threw it away. The last thing you want to do is try to force something on first down in the red zone. Working well behind the sticks on second down. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Makes the catch. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
Points, points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns on the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs. On first down, finding positive.
And it's frustrating when you move the football and get stopped on the other side of the field and get no points. But they've had some success, and I like the aggressiveness. They just got to cash some of these drives in.
Back to throw, it's Denson. Looking to the big tight end. Got him downfield. And he was on his way. Gets it all the way to the 38. Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the second half. Here's 1st and 10. Under heat, and he gets rid of it. Didn't have much of a choice there, but to get rid of it. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Back to pass. Deep shot for the end zone. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game today.
Throws to the wideout. And the DB forcing the incomplete pass with the deflection. They'll have to settle for a field goal attempt. Everything will have to be clean from 55 yards away. From 55 yards out, and he's got it. Never a doubt. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Big Ten action right now, and wait till you see how things are playing out in this one, fellas. Michigan State looks like 5 miles of bad road today. Offensively, the wheels have come off. Defensively, one pothole after another. They're trailing by 23 to Iowa. Just another week in the Big Ten where the only constant is chaos, fellas.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Making side adjustments here. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Got out of trouble and throws. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know lots went wrong, but like, let's live in this moment and try to be great right here to end the game.
Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
You know, I'll give it to the defense here. Obviously, it has not been their day, and this offense has gone up and down the field, lighting up the scoreboard. But you're still seeing this defense compete. And on 3rd and long, expecting pass, everybody on the same page, get the incompletion. That's something positive that their coaching staff can point to when they review the film.
Trying to pick up the first out of the backfield. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs. Great place to start for this offense. Dropping back, it's Denson. Swings it out to his running back. Breaks into the open. Rustled out of bounds at the 12, and another productive play on this drive. On first down from the 13-yard line. Use the play fake, now to throw. It's complete. Now the connection takes it to the 11. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone. Is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. He's got it on the run. They make the stop and the clock strikes 0, and that will do it for this one. This edition of the South's oldest rivalry is steeped in Cavalier attitude.
Rod Wade possibly say to Bryce Young a year ago that revived his career? About a year and a couple months ago, he was benched. They thought his career was done. But now after today, Panthers are 6-5. They're in it to win the division, and they haven't even had their bye week yet. I don't know if Rod Wade is a secret infinity stone dealer that helps Bryce Young out in big-time games, but anytime this man has needed to deliver, he has done so. I got my eye on you, Rod Wade. I see this. I am convinced that every single time Bryce Young plays the Falcons, he pops an infinity stone before the game because he turns into the greatest quarterback of all time. Like today against the Falcons, they were up 14 in the second quarter at home, so I might be thinking, this game's over, right? Bryce Young had 450 yards and 3 touchdowns against the #1 pass defense in the entire league. There were like 3 times this game where it looked like Bryce Young was hurt and wouldn't come back into the game. Went to the medical tent, came back, and threw for another 100 yards and a touchdown. And all of this really has me thinking, what did Rod Wade possibly say to Bryce Young a year ago that revived his career? About a year and a couple months ago, he was benched. They thought his career was done. But now after today, Panthers are 6-5. They're in it to win the division, and they haven't even had their bye week yet. I don't know if Rod Wade is a secret infinity stone dealer that helps Bryce Young out in big-time games, but anytime this man has needed to deliver, he has done so. I got my eye on you, Rod Wade. I see this. I am convinced that every single time Bryce Young plays the Falcons, he pops an infinity stone before the game because he turns into the greatest quarterback of all time. Like today against the Falcons, they were up 14 in the second quarter at home, so I might be thinking, this game's over, right? Bryce Young had 450 yards and 3 touchdowns against the #1 pass defense in the entire league. There were like 3 times this game where it looked like Bryce Young was hurt and wouldn't come back into the game. Went to the medical tent, came back, and threw for another 100 yards and a touchdown. What did Rod Wade possibly say to Bryce Young a year ago that revived his career? About a year and a couple months ago, he was benched. They thought his career was done. But now after today, Panthers are 6-5. They're in it to win the division, and they haven't even had their bye week yet. I don't know if Rod Wade is a secret infinity stone dealer that helps Bryce Young out in big-time games, but anytime this man has needed to deliver, he has done so. I got my eye on you, Rod Wade. I see this. I am convinced that every single time Bryce Young plays the Falcons, he pops an infinity stone before the game because he turns into the greatest quarterback of all time. Like today against the Falcons, they were up 14 in the second quarter at home, so I might be thinking, this game's over, right? Bryce Young had 450 yards and 3 touchdowns against the #1 pass defense in the entire league. There were like 3 times this game where it looked like Bryce Young was hurt and wouldn't come back into the game. Went to the medical tent, came back, and threw for another 100 yards and a touchdown. And all of this really has me thinking, what did Rod Wade possibly say to Bryce Young a year ago that revived his career? About a year and a couple months ago, he was benched. They thought his career was done. But now after today, Panthers are 6-5. They're in it to win the division, and they haven't even had their bye week yet. I don't know if Rod Wade is a secret infinity stone dealer that helps Bryce Young out in big-time games, but anytime this man has needed to deliver, he has done so. I got my eye on you, Rod Wade. I see this. I am convinced that every single time Bryce Young plays the Falcons, he pops an infinity stone before the game because he turns into the greatest quarterback of all time. Like today against the Falcons, they were up 14 in the second quarter at home, so I might be thinking, this game's over, right? Bryce Young had 450 yards and 3 touchdowns against the #1 pass defense in the entire league. There were like 3 times this game where it looked like Bryce Young was hurt and wouldn't come back into the game. Went to the medical tent, came back, and threw for another 100 yards and a touchdown. And all of this really has me thinking, what did Rod Wade possibly say to Bryce Young a year ago that revived his career? About a year and 2 months ago, he was benched. They thought his career was done. But now after today, Panthers are 6-5. They're in it to win the division, and they haven't even had their bye week yet. I don't know if Rod Wade is a secret infinity stone dealer that helps Bryce Young out in big-time games, but anytime this man has needed to deliver, he has done so. I got my eye on you, Rod Wade. I see this. I am convinced that every single time Bryce Young plays the Falcons, he pops an infinity stone before the game because he turns into the greatest quarterback of all There were like 3 times this game where it looked like Bryce Young was hurt and wouldn't come back into the game, went into the medical tent, came back, and threw for another 100 yards and a touchdown. And all of them really had to be. What did Ron Ray possibly say to Bryce Young a year ago that was about a year ago? All just the tip of the iceberg. The Fed has now quietly admitted that we are in a worse financial position in banking than we were in 2007, right before the Great Financial Crisis. This is because in the Great Financial Crisis, housing was the main driver of the crash. It was one factor. But right now, on banking debt sheets, you have credit card debt that is failing at the highest rate in history. You have auto loans failing at an incredible rate, and Tricolor going out of business. You have commercial real estate that is absolutely getting crushed because Amazon and COVID put so many people out of business. There are empty buildings everywhere in every city. And we were in 2007, right before the Great Financial Crisis. This is because of the Great Financial Crisis, housing was the main driver of the crash. It was one factor. But right now, on banking debt sheets, you have credit card debt that is failing at the highest rate in history. You have auto loans failing at an incredible rate, and Tricolor going out of business. You have commercial real estate that is absolutely getting crushed because Amazon and COVID put so many people out of business. There are empty buildings everywhere in every city, and banks have all of these loans coming due that they can't pay on their balance. This doesn't even touch in the shadow lending, which has $5 trillion in assets. It's completely non-transparent and is held by 25 of the biggest banks in America. These are problems in the banking industry, and they are coming to a head now. Now, that brings us up to our meeting. The Fed held an emergency meeting this weekend because after the Great Financial Crisis, a standing repo facility was created, and this is an emergency fund for banks who borrow from. Banks need to borrow cash overnight to keep operations moving the next day. They borrow from this fund. Now, they do use it from time to time, and in 2021, very, very strongly, and in 2022, we saw what happened in the market. Now, we have seen $50 billion in October come from that fund, the highest since 2021, and immediately followed by $20 billion more out of that fund. We combine that with the QT of the Fed and the hoarding that bigger banks are doing of cash, we have a liquidity crisis. That means that banks can't borrow anymore or get the money they need to stay open. This is going to come to a head very quickly. Now, let me caution you about this because it's important to understand that these types of financial items don't necessarily hit the market the day you hear about them.
fake The Big Short. Michael Burry knew about that years before 2008, and it took a while for it to get there. So once it did, the market crashed and fell off a cliff and lost 2/3 of its value. United States banks are in big trouble, and this has been brewing for quite a while. But this weekend, the Fed held an emergency, unannounced meeting and dropped an absolute bombshell. He's all right.